I wish I was still in the bed. But I've got to get the Boston butt on the grill, and the dog thinks it's time to play. Good evening, everybody. Tomorrow is July 4th, so we've got a lot going on in the kitchen right now. We've got a lot going on tonight, and in the morning, I know I've got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and throw a pork shoulder on the grill. We're going to smoke that all day, and maybe by tomorrow around 5 p.m., we'll have some nice pulled pork barbecue. But right now, I'm making Carolina mustard sauce. I'm making vinegar sauce because that's popular around here too. And then I'm gonna make 2 chocolate pies. So I may not do the whole recipe in the video, but at least you can come along and enjoy the journey with me. I'm excited. We've got friends and family coming over tomorrow. It's gonna be a great day. We've got some games set up in the backyard. I just cut the grass today. The yard looks nice. Everything looks good. So super excited to have everybody over. Let's do this. Like I said, we're making Carolina mustard sauce, mustard barbecue sauce, and we're making vinegar sauce. And then we're going to be making 2 chocolate pies. So got a lot going on tonight. Don't mind the Sam's Cola and the burrito from Taco Bell. Sometimes I get hungry. But we've got our mustard and our honey and our vinegar. Just going to add a few spices to this. Going to get it on the oven. Going to get this going. So all I'm doing right now is I put the mustard base on the stove, and I'm just gonna simmer it for about 10 minutes. Let it cool, let it thicken up just a little bit. I'm gonna transfer it to a bottle. We'll start making the vinegar base. This is what it looks like right now. It looks kind of gross, but I promise it tastes really, really, really good. All right, so we got the vinegar sauce. I've put it in a jar to let it cool, and then I'm going to transfer it to one of these bottles here, but it needs to be all the way cool because I don't want it to melt that plastic. So now for the vinegar sauce, this should be super easy. I've made one vinegar sauce before. It's not that hard. It's all about you just put in things that you like. Make it the flavor you want. There's not a lot you can do with vinegar. But there are variations of the vinegar-based sauces we have here in South Carolina, North Carolina, this region. So I'm gonna get started on that. Basically, it's just white vinegar, apple cider vinegar, pepper flakes, a couple other things. Put it on the stove, let it simmer maybe 10 minutes, pull it aside, let it cool, do the same thing, put it in a bottle, and then we're on to making our rub. To all of you watching, have you ever had Carolina barbecue sauce? Have you ever had mustard sauce or vinegar sauce? Which one is your favorite? Comment down below and, just tell me which one's your favorite. I'm more of a mustard guy, but I really love both. But if I had to choose a favorite, it'd probably be mustard. And maybe some of you are watching from another part of the country. Maybe you do barbecue sauces different. Maybe you do pulled pork differently. Tell me what kind of barbecue sauces you have. Is it sweet? Is it spicy? Is it tangy? Do you like a bourbon like barbecue sauce? I know it's different all over the country. So yeah, just comment down below and let me know. Now with this sauce, we're gonna almost bring it to a boil. And then we're gonna cut the heat back. We're gonna almost bring it to a boil, and then we're gonna cut the heat back till about low. And we're gonna let it simmer for almost 10 minutes. And that should let all the brown sugar, you see me put brown sugar in it, that should let all the brown sugar and like salt and things dissolve evenly, you know, no chunks, no lumps, nothing. And then some people strain theirs. I strained the vinegar sauce I made last time just to get the red pepper flakes out and everything. I don't think I'm going to do that this time. I think I'm just going to leave it as it is, set it aside to cool, and then put it in that bottle. So, yeah, let's take a look at it. So this is what it looks like on the stove. You can see all the brown sugar still in there. We need to get that up to a good heat just to dissolve it. And somebody is really having a good time with those fireworks. I'm super glad I do not have a dog that is terrified of fireworks. But if you do, I am sorry, and I hope you get some rest tonight. It's probably important to tell y'all that my wife could go into labor at any time. She went to the doctor the other day, and the doctor doesn't seem to believe she's going to make it to her induction date. So there's that. So, heads up, you know, we're keeping an eye out for that. Also, we did the $25 Amazon drawing. We've drawn our winner. They have been contacted, and we let them know. We hope to do another drawing soon. Just to let you know that drawing, that contest is over. We picked a winner, and so they have already been notified that they won, and they will be receiving their $25 Amazon gift card. So we got the vinegar sauce ready. I've pulled it over into another jar to let it cool before I put it down in this plastic bottle, and it turned out so good. From what I tasted when I moved it over, it was so good. But here, I'll let you see. I've just got it in this jar. That's all. I mean, it's a real thin sauce, but this goes so good on pulled pork. We're just mixing up our spice rub. This is going to go on the pork shoulder, Boston butt, whatever you call it. This is just a combination of pepper, brown sugar, 3 or 4 different kinds of pepper, brown sugar, a couple other things. Really simple, just a simple barbecue rub. I like to make it myself because I like to control how much salt and how much of everything else goes into it. I like a sweeter rub with a little hint of spice, and this makes just a perfect bark. My phone is dying right now, so I will not be filming much more tonight. But yeah, I will see you when I wake up in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It is currently 4:56. I wish I was still in the bed. But I've got to get the Boston butt on the grill, and the dog thinks it's time to play. So, it's going to be a great day. Can't wait to film it. Can't wait to show you. I hope everybody has a great and safe weekend. Come along with us. All right, so we've got our pork out, and we're gonna let it come up to room temperature. I've got it sitting on a pan, but we're gonna go ahead and trim it. Sometimes there's some like skin or some like really thick fat on the butt that we just don't really want. It's not gonna do well, so we'll take that off. If there's any like glands, you'll just cut that out. Like I said, this is an 11-pound pork butt. it looks really good. It's bone in. By the end of the day, we should have some really good pulled pork. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this all trimmed up, let it come up to room temperature. I'm not wearing gloves. I have washed my hands. We're gonna go ahead and set up our grill. Today we're gonna be using the snake method, which is you just snake the coals around the outside of your grill. And the last time I did this, I didn't have to add coals the whole day, and it was almost a 10-hour cook. So hoping for the same result today. It's probably gonna be an 11 or more hour cook. This is a big butt. So yeah, we're gonna go set up our grill. But we also are going to be using, so this is what I'm using. I'm just using regular Kingsford charcoal, but I have some cherry wood and some hickory wood. You can buy this at Walmart, Publix, Lowe's, Home Depot, really anywhere. Anywhere that sells charcoal, they more than likely sell the chunks of wood. That wood is going to give us a nice clean smoke. It's going to give us a nice smoke ring on the barbecue. We're hoping to cook it around 250 steadily throughout the day. Up to 300 is all right, down to 225 is all right, but I don't want to vary too much in there. So that's what we're hoping for. That's why it's going to take so long. Once it gets to 160, we'll take it off, we'll wrap it, we'll put it back on the grill, let it get to around 205 to 207, somewhere around in there. And we'll pull it off, let it rest, and we'll be back to eat. So what we have in the pan here is apple cider vinegar and apple juice. This is also going to catch any drippings that falls from the meat as it cooks. We've just got the charcoal snaked around. It's like stops here and starts here. So we're going to light these two tumbleweeds here. Just let this get started up. We've got the bottom vents all the way open. We're gonna put the grate in, close this up, leave the top vents open, and let this heat up to 350, and then we're ready to get cooking. So the fire, I started on that side. So you want to put your lid on the opposite side of the vent for smoke to draft over. You want this damn chickens. You want the smoke to draft over your meat and give it a nice smoke flavor. I forgot to put the wood in there. I did that. I forgot to do that on camera, but I went ahead and just like I did the charcoal, I just wrapped wood around to about the halfway point, because that's when the meat really stops taking the smoke. So yeah, we're gonna let this get up to temp. I've got my dot thermometer showing me the temperature. So when we get up to, it's upside down. So when we get up to about 220, I'll start to bring the meat out here and we can start to regulate the temperature. So now we have to prepare the butt. We've already trimmed it, we've already scored it. It's already come up to room temperature. So now we have to put the rub on it. And so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take yellow mustard. Any yellow mustard will do. You can use other binders, but I like using yellow mustard. You're gonna cover the whole thing in yellow mustard. And then you're gonna put your rub on and pat your rub into it. You're gonna make sure every inch of this Boston butt is covered. Oh yeah, the grill is heating up. We're already sitting at 153. So around 200, 220, I'll start to cut back the vents, try to regulate the temperature so we can get this thing on and start grilling. So I just put the meat on the grill. You can tell the smoke's coming out from like the side of my grill here. I don't have a perfect seal on the lid because it's been dropped a few times. It's a little bent, but it does the job. It holds the temperature. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not spending any more money on a grill. I have one probe in the meat and one probe on the grill. And so we are almost pretty much where we want to be. The dot thermometer actually connects to my phone, so I can monitor the temperature in the house, which means I'm probably gonna go lay back down in the bed, honestly. I don't like getting up early, but I was excited to get up and put this on the grill this morning. I was excited to film and show you guys. So yeah, I'll see you in an hour. You can tell, like, it's been a little over an hour and the charcoal hasn't really done much. I've got the wood in there. That'll be about the halfway point. It won't retain any more smoke after that. So yeah, I need to pop the lid back on this. Welcome back, everybody. It is 11:02. The Boston butt has been cooking since around 6:30 or 7 o'clock this morning. We've taken the lid off, had to spray it a few times. It's looking very delicious right now. The bark is looking super dark, super crispy, but I can tell the inside's moist because that fat is already starting to render and break down, and it's gonna be so good. The smell is just making me overwhelmingly hungry. But yeah, in about 30 minutes probably, I'll have to take it off. I'll have to put some apple cider vinegar and apple juice in with it, and I will wrap it up and we'll put it on the grill, and it'll be on the grill for the rest of the day until it reaches, you know, the temperature we're looking for of around 205, 207, somewhere around in there. It should be super tender, super juicy at that temperature, and the bone should just pull right out. So we're almost through with this cook. Just gotta get through this stall, get through this last little bit. We're gonna start making our sides. I was supposed to make the chocolate pies last night, but I didn't. I got tired, and I'm super glad I went to bed because I had to get up at 4:35-ish this morning, and I was walking around like a zombie. I'm surprised I even remembered to make a video. So we'll be making the chocolate pies this morning. We will be making baked beans. Morgan's gonna make the baked beans. My grandmother's gonna make the slaw. My mother-in-law is gonna make macaroni and cheese. Some of my friends are bringing potato salad. Overall, it's gonna be a great day. Comment down below and tell me what your favorite barbecue side item is. It's about time to take this off. It should be registering about 165, 170. So we're gonna show you what it looks like, and then we'll take it inside and I'll show you how I wrap it. So it's actually looking perfect. Let's go ahead and 168, 174, right up by that bone. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take this off and get it inside. I'll show you how to wrap it, and we'll put it back on the grill, and it'll be good for the rest of the day. So we've got it inside. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm gonna add some more charcoal to the grill just in case. I don't wanna have to pick the butt up again later, because the more it cooks, the more it's gonna fall apart. So if I had to pick it up again, it would probably fall apart in my hands. So gonna wrap this up with some apple cider vinegar and some apple juice. Put it back on the grill after I put the charcoal and everything back in it. And this will be good until the end of the day, till probably 5 when it's ready. I won't have to do anything else to it. No more spraying, nothing else. It's just gonna cook the rest of the way. And I've already tasted it, and damn, is it amazing. So this is what it looks like. And this is why I score the top, because it creates these like just pieces of nice bark, and it helps the fat render on top. And once it gets to 205, so around in there, that's not even gonna feel like fat. That's just gonna be all juices that are basically gonna be absorbed by the meat.
Okay.
All right, so apple juice, apple cider vinegar, and we're not gonna pour it directly on top of the meat. I don't wanna cool the meat down, so I'm gonna put it just in the pan. Measure with your heart.
Does it matter if you do juice or vinegar first?
It doesn't matter. You can use anything. You can put vinegar-based sauce in here. You can put barbecue sauce. Anything you want just to help it keep some moisture.
Now we know some people in the Carolinas put their barbecue sauce on it. Why do you choose not to put your barbecue sauce on it?
I want it to have a nice crispy bark. So I ended up putting it in this pan because my foil had a hole in the bottom and it was leaking all the juices out. This won't hinder anything. This will keep all the juices in, and it might actually protect the meat and the fat a little bit while it cooks. Maybe it won't dry it out as much. So I'm gonna throw a piece of foil over the top, throw it back on the grill. And we're gonna put our thermometer back in our meat so we can monitor it. Once it hits 205, we're taking this baby off and letting it rest. So we just hit internal temperature. All you need to do is just feel it, make sure it's not tough. You can check the temperature. So I forgot to film. This is all we have left of the 11-pound butt. It's been a good day. You're all going on YouTube. Wish I could have got Alex stuffing his face with pie.